I've been forced to realize this when I've been making arguments to my audience, to the left, in regard to, hey, you know what? We've implemented this criminal justice reform policy, and it's actually not working out the way we expected. We need to tweak it here, recalibrate it there, and maybe, you know, this policy could actually work out really well. Let's fix these little gaps that we see. And rather than consider that I'm coming at them in good faith because I want these policies to work, all they do is just call you a grifter. Okay, so that's it.
Anna Kasparian continues to shred her own audience for being too woke, and she admits on camera with Glenn Beck that, you know what, I was wrong for buying into the woke left's BS, and I commend her for that. She talks about how, oh, if you change your mind, you're a grifter, which is something I talk about all the time. We must give people grace for changing their minds. Anyways, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because most of the people that watch my videos don't even subscribe. What are you doing? Help your girl out. YouTube likes to censor truth tellers like me, so support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, comment MAGA for the algorithm, and we'll get right into it, because this is a good one, guys. Anna Kasparian just goes in on the woke left, and I'm pretty sure this is why the Young Turks audience is hating on her so heavily right now. Watch.
When you say, I'm not going to talk to you because I disagree, what I'm actually saying is, I'm smarter than you, and you have nothing to teach me.
Yeah, and ironically, that's actually the dumbest way to proceed, because
real quick, not to cut it off already, but I think that I can learn something from everyone, even if someone is completely politically on the opposite end of myself. I can still learn something from every single human being. So the idea that you're going to shut certain people out because of some beliefs they hold is stupid and entitled, and you think way too highly of yourself, because guess what? We're all human and we're all idiots, and we all probably could change our minds on many things.
One thing that I have noticed is, as the left kind of avoids any debate or conversation with individuals they disagree with, well, their ideas don't really get challenged, right? Your ideas get challenged in a debate, in a good faith debate. I'm not talking about, you know, gross, you know, rolling around in the mud type stuff. But, you know, I like when my ideas are challenged, because it forces me to consider the flaws or a blind spot that I might have. Yes. You know, and that's so I want to make good arguments.
I think I think the left is so weak right now. So,
and I like this point that Anna's making, because if you guys don't know, I'm doing a podcast now with Luke Beasley, who's a very big liberal here on YouTube. I'll link his channel down below, but we do a podcast called The Grudge, and he's a liberal, I'm a conservative, and I'm forced to sit down and debate ideas that, you know, sometimes I didn't think things thoroughly out, because my main priority in life is my husband and my daughter. But it's cool because we have two people from opposing political ends, and we are forced to sit together and talk, and we can find common ground. We can disagree. It's a lot of fun, but you don't get to have those conversations if you block yourself off from talking to anyone that disagrees with you. So I really like that, and I encourage you guys to go check it out and support it, because everyone in the comment section hates me over there. So show your girl some support. Also, I do think that a lot of the woke left knows that they're wrong, or they're too scared to debate the ideas. So that's why it's kind of like, oh, we're not going to talk to these racist homophobes, because why would we platform them? We shouldn't even give them any minute of our days. But it's like, or are you unable to debate your ideas? Which is something I commend Luke Beasley on, because even though we disagree on everything, like we have a very different worldview, he knows his stuff, and he knows a lot of facts. Yes, we disagree on a lot of things. However, he's willing to talk to me because he's not afraid of being challenged. Whereas I feel like a lot of leftists are kind of lazy in that, and they use the whole idea that we shouldn't be talking to awful people in their eyes as a crutch or a justification to really not have their stupid ideas challenged. So, gotta commend it to Luke. But let's get back to it.
Yes,
because
you're right about that.
I've been thrown up against the wall for the last 20 years saying, you're a racist, you're a bigot. You can only have that said to you if you're a good, decent person. So long before you go, am I? What am I doing that makes me appear that way? What is it? And you self-examine, and you either fix or you become stronger. No one's thrown the left up against the wall. I don't think people have any idea how to defend what they think they're for.
I mean, it's interesting because I've been forced to realize this when I've been making arguments to my audience, to the left, in regard to, hey, you know what? We've implemented this criminal justice reform policy, and it's actually not working out the way we expected. We need to tweak it here, recalibrate it there, and maybe, you know, this policy could actually work out really well. Let's fix these little gaps that we see.
But you're not allowed to say that. If you do, you get condemned and ostracized like Anna Kasparian has been dealing with.
And rather than consider that I'm coming at them in good faith because I want these policies to work, all they do is just call you a grifter. Okay,
So-
that's it.
so
And
let me-
that's the thing.
If you're in politics and you ever, or the common thing, this happens in the right wing side of politics too. If you disagree with someone or if someone wants to attack you, they will just call you a grifter, no matter what. So the term is meaningless and it's just stupid, okay? Disregard anyone that calls anyone a grifter, okay? It's a stupid buzzword. I'm canceling it here now. You heard it first. Hear from the top mental health expert from Harvard Yale and the Mother Teresa of our time.
Like, debate me on this. I want to have an actual exchange. If you just think that you're going to call me a grifter and move along and that's good enough, that's not good enough. Okay, that makes you look weak.
There are so many times, I've said this for years. Please tell me, not that I'm wrong. Tell me how I'm wrong. I want to be wrong.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
want to be wrong on some of these things. But we don't do that. So let me turn that question back to you. Nobody trusts anything.
Right.
I mean, I'm a conservative. The FBI is a danger to our society. The Department of
Has
Justice, yes,
Yeah.
it is. And I used to be, I trust those guys. I don't trust any of it anymore. And it's American and responsible to not trust blindly.
Right.
When you don't have anything and you're not even sure the people you're talking about are grounded in the Constitution, actually do not want a theocracy, do not want a fascist state, do not want a communist state. They do care and are willing to say, man, this kills me to say it, but you have the right to believe that. If you don't have that trust, how do we gain that trust back?
Honestly, we can talk about things like transparency, more accountability in the media, stuff like that. But I think a lot of what we're seeing in the country right now stems from economic frustration. And you have to think about it this way. When Americans feel like they have no stake in the game, that's where the nihilism comes from. When you feel like you have nothing to lose, that's what's going to give you the type of mentality that's going to allow you to literally shoot and kill a United Healthcare CEO in cold blood, in broad daylight. Okay, we have some real problems in this country right now.
Right, but
Yeah.
that's...
And I'm not justifying that that happened at all.
Yeah.
But you have to think about what led someone like that guy to think it was okay to carry that out in the morning. Okay,
right, but it doesn't...
in New York City.
I just want to be really, really careful because
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, and I agree with you, but I want to be very clear on what you're saying. Nothing justifies.
No, I am
Nothing
not
justifies.
justifying
Yeah.
it at all. That was
Right.
murder.
Right.
And even if I have deep criticisms of our healthcare system.
Me too.
Okay, deep criticisms.
Me too.
However, the idea that carrying out vigilante justice is the solution is laughable to me. What happened yesterday did nothing to reform our healthcare system, didn't even inch us closer to it. And at the end of the day, it just led to the murder of one individual who happened to be the CEO of one of the healthcare companies.
She's absolutely correct here. And it's refreshing to see someone, even when faced with so much criticism, willing to say, you know what, I was wrong, have some humility, and criticize their own side. And I think we are going to soon see Anna Kasparian become a right-wing if I had to guess. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure you comment an orange heart to help us boost the video in the algorithm. Subscribe, like, do it all. See you guys next time. Bye.